Being a realtor is an incredibly difficult job. We all know that. It's not an easy career to build, but it's also an incredibly frustrating job. And we spoke to a bunch of realtors, and they told us a lot about what the most frustrations they have with clients, but there was one that really stood out to us as the most frustrating thing that agents deal with. When we were asking these agents about what they get frustrated about, we got a variety of answers. Some people talked about their sellers not reducing prices. Some talked about selling or properties not selling, or even mistakes they made in the process that they wish they wouldn't have had. But there was one that really stood out to us, and that's why we wanted to make this blog, because I think it's really relevant to what a lot of agents have to deal with, and that is buyers who are not focusing their searches down quickly. They're not narrowing their searches down. And this is something that as a buyer's agent, you have to do. If your clients have too many searches set up, they are not focused on what really is going to help them make a decision, and that's their job. So if you set up too many searches for your clients, or you have clients that want to look at a bunch of areas, this blog is all about narrowing buyer searches down quickly. The first place it starts is at the buyer's consultation. Once you go through your presentation with them, now really talk through what are the things that they need and the things they want. What is important for them? Let them word vomit everywhere. Let them just get it all out. Most people, they're going to know pretty much the basics. How many bedrooms, how many baths, maybe if they need a 2-car garage. But then they're going to tell you about a bunch of neighborhoods or areas they want to live in. And that is very common. And that is usually the sticking point when it comes to searches is neighborhoods. All right? And that's what the buyer's consultation, why it's so important to talk to them after it, because when you are speaking to them, you got to know what their needs are, and then are these neighborhoods going to fit these needs? After they're done telling you all about what they need, what they want, and what neighborhoods they want to be in, now it's time for you to ask the hard questions. Ask the real questions to see why they want to be in those areas. So when you have an area that maybe someone was looking in, ask them why it's important. Why is that neighborhood important to them? What is it that would make them want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars there? What we typically find when we ask these questions is that most buyers have a couple areas that they are interested in. Then they have a handful that they don't really know about, but maybe someone told them about. Maybe a coworker said, oh, you got to check this place out, this area out. And they decide that they want you to set up a search for it. But that's not really an area they're focused on. It's just something someone told them. So you need to really ask a couple more questions like, well, why is that area so important? And then go back to the needs they told you about. Does that area fit any of those? Because they literally just told you about it, and if you're a good agent, you're taking notes, and you could go back to them and be like, well, okay, but that area you just told me doesn't have the public transportation that you said you needed. So why is that important to you? And what a lot of times, buyers don't think like that, and they just think it's a good idea to set up a search there because maybe they're interested in a property. And here's what I like to do if they are interested in an area. I say, you know what, before I set these searches up, why don't you go explore the area? Spend some time there. Go grab coffee, lunch, grab dinner, or drive through the at different times throughout the day, walk around, and see if it's really a place that you think you would want to live in. If you do, awesome. I'll set that search up for you right away. But if not, then there's no point in searching there. And this is a great way to get them to kind of get out and do some work beforehand so that you're not wasting your time showing them properties in areas that they really have no interest in. But it's not so easy to always just eliminate areas right at that meeting. Sometimes clients have just areas that they want to focus on. So what I highly suggest doing, take them on what I call an exploratory showing. Put them in your car and take them to see one property in the 6 or 7 areas that they're interested in. It'll take a couple hours out of your day, but you could take them and talk to them and explain about the areas, walk them through what's going on there, And after the showing, you should be able to have a good idea if they really are interested in an area or not. And another tip with that is don't just show them any property. Really try to find them a property you think they would be interested in. Because you never know when they're going to walk into that property and just be in love and want to make an offer. I want to put them in that situation because if they make an offer that first time out, that's going to be incredible. It's obviously what we all are hoping for, so we're not driving around like a bunch of chauffeurs forever trying to get a buyer to make a decision. All right? Then eliminate unnecessary searches. Eliminate neighborhoods. Start getting rid of them. If you have 7 or 8 searches set up, get rid of a couple of them. Focus on the main ones that they are really interested in, and by that point, you should have a really good idea of where they want to live. So there you go, folks. You got a handful of ways how to really narrow down buyer searches quickly. Do these, be effective with them, get good at them, and your buyers will make decisions much, much faster.